Hi y'all, I am at Ponce City Market and today I'm going to be asking strangers personal finance questions, and honestly I'm so nervous, so bear with me. Hopefully after I talk with a few people this gets easier, but let me know in the comments if you like this. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because this is way out of my comfort zone. So we're with Steos, gonna ask him some personal finance questions. Could you tell me how much debt that you have, or at least a ballpark?
Yeah, so right now I have about $8,000 in student loan debt. That's the only debt that I have, and that's the most I'd like to go for now.
Okay, so you said that's the most you've ever had?
Yes.
Okay, did you ever have any other type of debt aside from student loans?
Not besides student loans. I do intend to go to law school, and that's another big thing that I have to certainly consider is the student loan debt coming from that. The biggest thing that I'm not trying to do right now is get a credit card, because I'd rather not add on to that extra debt, because you never know who's going to have the actual habits to make the payments. And you know, I know a bunch of like Dave Ramsey and them, they don't like it. So I essentially kind of fall into that philosophy. Maybe later on in life, attacking on credit card debt, obviously smartly with on-time payments, but I'm just not in a position right now to open up any other avenues of debt without first paying off the rest of my student loans.
Okay. And may I ask how old you are?
I'm 23.
And with regards to you not having any credit cards, how do you think you'll build up your credit? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So the first of which is to pay off the payments and to build up my credit that way. Okay. I'll also certainly do it through my student loan payments, but I'm not particularly concerned about getting a car. I have a hand-me-down car that I intend to take on for a while. I probably wouldn't pick up a credit card realistically until after law school, by the time I'm 29 or 30. Right now I'm saving up for law school so I can minimize my living loans and that student loans. So I understand that, you know, I'll need to build up my credit if I want to eventually one day get a car and a house on a down payment for the rest of it. But right now it's not my biggest priority. My biggest priority is setting up myself for the next phase of life, which is the higher cost of law school.
Nice, that's good for you. So how much money do you have in savings for law school, and how have you been saving that? Like, what do you do now?
So I am currently in the job market as a legal assistant in the Atlanta area. So I don't have a lot right now. I have about $500, and I'm going through that, but I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and basically, you know, once the income starts coming through, start budgeting a hell of a lot more, and just continue doing what I'm doing.
Okay, one more question for you then.
Yeah.
What you mentioned budgeting. So can I ask how you budget? And I guess this is two questions. What do you typically spend most of your money on, at least when you were making money?
Yeah, so I have obviously been aware of the 50-30-20 rule. So 50% on needs, 30% on fun or investing, and then switch out the other. So yeah, pretty much that. I'd say my biggest expense that is unnecessary would be certainly the cost of food, but with grocery prices getting a lot higher, I'm the kind of guy who's been cooking even during college to save down on costs, and it's gotten significantly more expensive to buy that healthier side of ground beef or like whatever the heck it may be. So basically it's, you know, scraping your pennies and hoping that you know where it goes, and then also I have a wonderful lady in my life, so we'll split the cost, and it's we make it work.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and good luck with law school.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. All right, we're here with Alexandra. How much debt do you have?
Not really any. I have a car payment, so I'm trying to pay off my car, but that's really all I have.
Nice. How old are you?
22.
Okay. And how much is your credit card, your car payment?
I pay $200 a month, but I kind of work with my family to do it, so it's really just me paying them, and they take care of some of it also. So.
Okay. And do you have a credit card? Have you ever had any credit card debt?
Yes, I have a credit card, but no credit card debt. I always try to pay my bills completely and fully to avoid debt.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's awesome. That's congrats. And what about student loans? Did you go to school? Do you have any student loans, or did you have any student loans?
My family helped pay for my college just so that I wouldn't have student loans, so I'm very fortunate and grateful to have them. So yes, but yes, I did go to school. No, I don't have student loan debt.
Awesome, good for you. What would you say is if you have one, what would you say is your top financial goal for the near future?
Definitely learning how to save for the future. I know price of housing is going up, and one day I'd like to have a house, so just trying to set up savings so that I'm prepared for the future and for retirement. So, yeah.
Do you have anything in savings now?
I have like $3,000 saved roughly that I know of. I think my parents have also put some accounts set up for me, but I don't really touch those. So.
Okay, and what do you do? Did you graduate recently?
Yes, I graduated in May of 2024, and I'm now a PhD student at Emory.
Oh, nice, congrats. Are you doing it in your PhD?
I'm in the Biochemistry, Cell and Developmental Biology graduate program.
Very cool.
So research.
Research, and what do you want to do with that?
Maybe go into industry, be a senior scientist, or maybe go into academia, teach, become a research professor of my own.
Awesome, I love that. Well, thank you for doing this, and good luck with everything. All right, do you have any debt?
Yes.
Would you be willing to share how much debt you have?
Just mortgage debt.
Okay.
Because I have my house and a house for my mom, so it's totals about maybe $700,000.
Okay. Did you ever struggle with consumer debt, credit cards, student loans, that sort of thing?
Early on, I'm 55, so when I got out of grad school, I had $50,000 in student loans, $20,000 in credit card debt. But I paid those off within 5 years after getting out of grad school.
That's great.
A little bit of luck with the housing market,
Right.
Back then, like around the early 2000s.
Okay. So is that how you paid off those debts?
No, that's how I paid off the student loans. The credit cards, I just paid down aggressively and did the switching cards thing to get the zero interest.
Yeah, balance transfers. Okay.
Balance transfers. So, but I paid those off pretty aggressively. I think I paid those off without any help from the housing.
Yeah, okay. And what do you think of credit cards now? Do you use them for points, that sort of thing?
Points, yeah. Yeah, we have a Capital One Venture X that we use mainly. Everything we can, we put on it, and we use the points for travel.
Yeah.
We almost never pay for a hotel, airlines, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I have that same card. I love it. It's worth the fee. It's the one with the $3.95 fee, right? Yeah, love that card. What do you do for work?
Data scientist.
Okay, nice. And can I ask how much you make per month?
Per month?
Or per year, whatever works.
Around low 200s.
Okay. Do you like what you do for a living?
Not really, but it pays the bills.
Yeah. Would you be willing to share how much you have in savings and investments?
Total 401k, rollover IRAs, everything together. As a household, we including my wife's 401k, about $2 million.
Wow, impressive. That's very good. Do you budget, track your spending, anything like that?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
not.
really? Okay.
Yeah, we don't. We don't. Probably maybe because we make enough where cash flow wise we just do what we want to do, and we haven't run into any obstacles.
Yeah. No, it sounds like you're doing great.
It hasn't always been that way.
Right. Okay. Would you say there were any areas in the past or even now that you spend maybe too much on, or you think you spend too much on?
Any areas that I spend too much on?
Yeah, like any categories of spending?
In the past, it's been...
She's shaking her head.
She would say Home Depot and just little household things where she'd say, we spend $1,000 at Home Depot every month.
And food out?
Oh, food out. That's where we're going now. So yeah, food out.
Yeah.
Food out.
Okay.
And if you drink a lot, which she does, no, she doesn't. The alcohol is probably have to build. That's the way it is in these big cities. But
yeah, awesome. Well, that's great. Do you have any plans of retiring early?
No. Well, I would like to, but I probably need about $5 million to kind of comfortably retire, and I don't want to retire prior to Social Security age either, because then if you don't want to take Social Security early and still be working, those kind of things. I'd just rather it be kind of probably around 65-ish.
Yeah.
Call it a day from work around that time frame. So maybe another 10 years.
Yeah, okay. Well, since you are doing really well now, I have 2 questions left. What would you say is your biggest financial mistake?
What is it?
Shout it.
What is it?
Selling after during.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. Oh yeah. That. A lot of stupid investment mistakes.
Okay.
So after the 2008-2009 crashes, because it happened, 2 big crashes. A lot of bad things happened. Like basically, I pulled all my money out and moved it to a different place, and then tried to, instead of it being in just some ETFs that I had been put in, I was going to do it myself. And that was a huge mistake. So messing with the money that was invested in rollover IRAs, Roth IRAs, messing with it at that time and trying to do it on my own and try to be clever and try to beat the market, that it has been, every time I try to do it, a huge mistake. And my most success I've had is over the last 2 years, just putting it into a handful of index fund type things, and just kind of leave it alone.
Set it, forget it. Yeah, that's my approach as well. You can't time the market. So what would you give as your top piece of financial advice?
Don't live beyond your means, number 1. Number 2 is max out your 401k as much as you can, and do not think you're clever and that you're going to beat the market. The pros can't do it. None of the rest of us are either, and you will lose. The pros don't, because they're playing with other people's money. So that's really if people did that, they probably would be fine. Later on in life.
Awesome, love it. Thank you so much for doing this. All right, y'all, it's been, I think, an hour and a half at least, maybe 2. Shout out to Sebastian, my boyfriend, behind the scenes. He helped me do all this, and also he encouraged me to do all of this. I wanted to give up after 4 rejections, so kept going. This was
Never give up.
This was way out of my comfort zone, so hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please comment that down below. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are not already. Maybe I will do these more in the future. People are very hesitant to talk about their finances, but hopefully this was at least entertaining. Oh, she can be in the video. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.